Today is Wednesday, November 24th, and today was clean and jerk work. Pretty similar to last week, starting off with a few sets of clean doubles and then a few sets of pause dips plus push jerks, and then some upper back work. Obviously, a lot of the accessory work, I had to sort of find a substitute that I could do with just a barbell and weights now that I'm at my home gym for a week. But nothing too different. And then that was pretty much it. And then some push-ups. But so starting off with these cleans, I think, well, for one, I think I am definitely feeling the effects of yesterday on Tuesday of the relatively heavy back squats and the overhead press. And I don't think it's the same type of pain that I've felt in my lower back, where it's sort of indicative of like something being wrong, because that is a lot more sort of like sharp pain, I guess, but it's different than that. I think it's a lot more of just typical soreness, I think, because despite sort of feeling the after effects, I was still able to sort of push the weight and there'd be no problem, and I don't feel any like lingering effect after the session of like lower back pain. It definitely feels a lot more like soreness, but so that's one thing. And then I guess the other thing is that the issues I faced today were pretty similar to that of to those of last week's session, where you can see the position of not only my lower back, but just my position overall changes as I break the floor, which I think is an indication that I'm not like pulling the slack out of the bar fully, and / like not getting tight enough off the ground, I guess. I think this third set is probably the best one in regards to that, but I still just need to sort of make sure that nothing changes as I break the ground in terms of positioning. But despite that, despite that, I didn't feel any issues with my lower back. And again, that's really the most important thing right now as I'm sort of easing my way back into the normal weights. And then moved on to these push jerks. Again, here, same deal. Similar issues as last week, where my knees sort of cave in and my hips sort of curl under me. It's not like, because these weights are relatively light, it doesn't have as big of an effect. But like this type of issue does not translate very well to heavier weights. And so it's certainly an issue that I need to address regardless of the weight. And I think what I found sort of helped as the sets went on was a cue that I've been sort of telling myself for a while now. But I think I had just forgotten, just because it's been so long since I've done any sort of jerk work. But I think the idea of keeping my knees out here is really important. And I think helps with a lot of preventing the issues. But yeah, I think that plus just thinking about making sure to imitate the way I do the pause dips exactly in like the dip for the push jerk. I think those are like the two important concepts here, because the point of the pause dips is to be able to like carry that over into the actual dip of the jerk. And so I think that is something that I really need to be intentional about and like be conscious of with each set. But there were some reps that were better than others, obviously. But overall, those issues are still there. So still need to address those moving forward. But I guess overall, not too bad. Can't really complain, I guess, given that, I'm still feeling this feeling of like being grateful to be able to weightlift now after not having done it for so long. Went up, 10 pounds from last week on both of these lifts. So, or I guess it's technically 20 pounds because last Wednesday was 145 and then last Friday was 155. Since everything went well today and everything went well on Monday, on Friday I will bump both the snatch and the clean and jerk or bump them both by 10 pounds. So we'll be snatching 135 and then clean and jerking 175. Yeah, and then moved on to seal rows, and then some Meadows rows. These are the substitutes for like the horizontal row and then the single arm horizontal row, and then finished off with some push-ups and then called it a day.